every woman must learn to dress well. No man wants an old bride beside him. You must learn to dress well. I'm 51. I have jumped up 170 this morning before I had my bath. 170. I don't want to lose weight, but I must be smart. You must constantly fit your husband's palace. You must be smart and beautiful as a woman. You don't have to wear the same hairstyle for 2 months. Male species likes variety. And because you are married, because you are believers, your husband cannot be jumping around. You don't want him to mess up and offend God. You as a woman must be different things to your husband at different times. Today it is low cut, your style, your wig style. Next tomorrow it is long hair. Today it is a short dress. Next one it is just your pants.
She started off pretty much well when she was advising women to take care of their physical appearance and their health. That is something good to advise women to do. But then when she began to regress into the usual pattern of making everything that women do for themselves about how it will make a man feel about them, then that's where she lost me. So she said that no man wants an old bride. So my question is this: is wedding not supposed to be one day? So a woman is a bride only for one day on her wedding day. And after that, she becomes a wife and a mother. And both responsibilities take a lot of toll on women, especially in our patriarchal societies where women are expected to bear the brunt of everything in the home. So if a man doesn't want an old bride beside him, he should not even marry her. He should just, look at her from a distance, like a secret admirer. Look at her thriving, building her career and everything. If no man touches her, she will always remain fresh and young, right? But if you plan to touch her and if you plan to have her pop out babies with you, then be ready for her body to change and be ready for her not to be as fresh as she used to be, because every woman is different and pregnancy and all that takes different toll on different women. Some people bounce back right away, but some people never really do. And it's not about them being lazy or whatever. So let's be realistic here instead of grooming men to be more and more entitled. And who said that women like old grooms in their lives? Because a lot of men, once they get into that marriage, some of them begin to lose themselves and everything. They develop pot bellies and they do grow old too and stressed and everything. So are we saying that once the man develops pot belly and all that, or they begin to fall sick and all that, that we should walk away? So old age in a woman is problem, is an issue for the man. It is a deal breaker for the man. But when men become old and helpless and in need of women, then that is when we need to show that we are wife material and we are caring and loving. Or what else are we trying to say? If you are really serious about wanting your wife to be a young, beautiful woman, you want her to remain the fresh, lovely, bubbly person you met, then you need to put in the work. Whatever work it was that you put in during the courtship season that made her to be interested in you, right? Most men are kind, they are loving, they are showing up, they take the woman on dates, they make her feel special, they buy her gifts and presents. They're the first to call her in the morning, the last to call her at night. They're always complimenting her and everything. And then she comes right in. And once you're like, hey, I've captured her because I'm a hunter. Once she comes in, they're like, I caught her. I don't need to put in any effort. And then she's stressed. She's doing all this work without anybody acknowledging her efforts, without anybody seeing her, without a partner by her side doing the work together to reduce the workload. And then you're still expecting her to be young and fresh. Is that not wickedness of the first class order? So if you take care of her, she will have time to dress up and party with you. And two of you can dance, into the twilight for the rest of your lives. You live happily ever after. But if you've not done anything to lighten the load or to show up for her or to be there, to be a real partner, then don't expect, to be living in a fairy tale. This life is not a fairy tale. And then she also said that the male species likes variety. And that is basically feeding into the patriarchal narrative of, men like different kinds of soup. So how many kinds of soup did God give to Adam? He didn't bring Eve and Evelyn and Eva and Stephanie and whoever. God just brought Eve and Adam took her and that was enough for him. So what is it? And we don't see Eve wearing wig today and jeans tomorrow and shorts next tomorrow or panties. They were busy working on purpose. So the thing is that patriarchy is so fixated on making sure that men's urges are satisfied. And that is all that a woman is good for. And then other forms of labor too. But they're not thinking about purpose. You're not seeing them saying to men, okay, this is how you invest with your wife, how you, two of you work together to grow and mature on so many levels and build your finances. It's always about what a woman will do to satisfy what it is that is between the man's leg. And that is highly animalistic. And then who says that women like monotony? We women, we have different hairstyles. One day you're seeing a woman with a straight hair, bone straight. Next day you see her, she has curly hair. Next day she has wavy hair. Next time she has long eyelashes. Different colors of makeup. So why do we think that women are not interested in different types of soup if men like different types of soup? So it is a thing of the mind. If you tell yourself, I have made a commitment to one person, I've found my person, I'm going to build with a person, make sure that we connect emotionally and build something really beautiful, something that will last and stand the test of time, then you commit to it. But this notion of men like variety is just simply saying that it's women that have the responsibility of making men's eyes to be fixated on them. And that is not even true according to the Bible that she is quoting from. Because the Bible said to men, let your wife's bosom satisfy you. It didn't say, women, make sure that your bosom satisfies your husband. No, it is the job of the man. What is it that you will do that will make your wife to be appealing to you? What of the Bible verse that says that godliness with contentment is great gain? So where does that Bible verse talk about having different types of soup? How about the Bible in the book of Job, where Job said, I made a covenant with my eyes not to look lustfully at a young woman. So here is a man that is taking responsibility for how he will relate with people out there that are not in a relationship with him. So for those men that I go out there, I see different kind of women, I see this, I see that. Was Job walking around with his eyes covered? No, he had to figure out a way that even when he sees those people, that he's not going to turn it into a moment of lust and mental imagery where they're doing all manner of things. So this idea of you have to be the one that is doing variety and being a variety of things to your husband, that's absolutely unbiblical. So, dear ladies, please feel free to dress well, exercise, look good for yourself, and manage your mental health and your overall health. And do it just because you're loving all versions of yourself. Don't do any gymnastics just because you want to please any man. Nobody deserves you doing whatever it takes to please them. You're not a circus animal, you're a human. So, anyone who is expecting you to be running helter skelter and doing gymnastics to keep their eyes fixated on you is a he goat who doesn't deserve space in your life. Because even if you do all that and he wants to step out, he will step out. All the men that are stepping out don't have wives that have not tried. Some of them, their wives have done it all, but they still stepped out and they are proud about stepping out. So don't even bother. Don't waste your breath. Don't waste your energy. There's more to life than playing corn star to men whose brains have been toasted by corn, and all they want to see when they see a woman is an object that needs to be bedded. You're not an object, you're a human. You deserve to be seen, not because of what pleasure you bring to any other person, but because you are human.